good morning. And here we are, Monday morning, 27th of July, ready for another Chi Gung set. Hopefully to boost you up and get you ready and in the right frame of mind and the right body. The right body, feeling good in your body, ready for the course of the day. So, starting off as we always do, with a little quick warm up. So you're turning your foot 45 degrees to the corner and just sitting down through the leg. Place the other foot on the floor. So if you've been doing this for a while now, you should by now know that you should be able to tap this foot on the floor and be sinking down through this leg. So you bring yourself here so that you're totally present with the motion and sitting down through the leg, sinking through the what they call the quad, the crease, the joint here, into the hip, through the knee, ankle and foot. And then just rest your other foot on the floor and just rock it gently back and forth. So you're not trying to push your foot down into the floor, you're just allowing it to rock. And then swap to the other side. So pay attention to what's happening with this hip. Is it coming forward? Is it sinking back? Is it trying to kink out over the leg? Or are you just sinking down through there? No resistance down in through the leg. And then change, picking up the foot, shaking off the ankle. And swap to the other side. So on a Monday morning, balance can be a bit of an issue, especially as work can be looming and what's got to be done in the rest of the week can be looming. So we need to just let that all go for a little while and just become totally present here. Pick up the knee as high as you can and then circling the foot round. Back the other way. And swap to the other side. Picking up the knee, circling the foot. If there's a bit of a wobble this morning, that's okay because it is Monday. Back the other way. And change, feet together. Just bending the knees, but don't lean your head too far forward. Just allow yourself to sort of like squat down. And just circling the knees round so that you can loosen off the feet, the ankles and the knees. Back the other way. And come up. Turning out your toes, turning out the heels to find your shoulder width. And just circling the hips. Again, pay attention to where the tension is. If you've got tension in your hips, too much excessive force, see if you can just get that to melt. The tailbone might need a little bit of attention. The ankles, the knees, hips. Back the other way. Change, coming up right, just circling the shoulders, nice big circles. And back the other way. And change, just turning the head over one shoulder. You can breathe in and then as you breathe out, turn the head back to center. Breathe in, turn the head over the other shoulder. And breathe out. Breathing in, let the head go back. And breathe in. Head goes forward. Breathe out. Got an out breath there. And keep going. So one shoulder. And back. The other shoulder. And back. And let the head go back. Center. And then roll the head forward. So as you do this, just start to look for the areas where you're resisting in the stance. See if you can let that resistance go so you can become more comfortable. And then with the head on the chest, just roll your head slowly round. And back. And change. So coming to rest on the feet with your feet shoulder width apart, softening the feet so that they spread out onto the floor. And releasing your ankle joints for anywhere where you're resisting and pulling and twisting, lifting yourself up where you don't need to, just sink. So everything just sinks down through into the ground. Softening the knees, opening the knee joints up, so you're looking for the alignment between knee and ankle, between hip, knee and ankle, so everything's just comfortable and in a straight line, going straight down through the legs. Softening the hips, opening up the hip joints. And again, let the tailbone drop, pelvis levels. You're not pushing your hips forward, you're keeping everything in a line. So hips, knees, ankles, feet all work together to support your weight. Now that sounds a bit weird and wonderful, but what you're looking for is the ease within your legs so that you're not twisting, turning, there's no resistance, you're not pushing yourself off center. So your weight goes straight down through the center of your body, evenly distributed on both feet. You're not leaning either side, you're not leaning forward or backwards. So the tailbone is dropped as though you're sitting down on a stool. That opens up the lower back. And then elongating the spine, bringing the shoulders to rest comfortably over the hips. So the body cavity is lifted, or the spine is sort of elongated, which folds the chest very, very slightly, hollows the chest if you like, so that the chi can descend into the belly. And then the chin is pulled back just under the, just let the chin drop in. So it sort of stretches out the back of the neck and opens up the neck. But do be mindful, don't sort of force it so that you're putting tension into the back of the neck here. You want to be opening up the neck so that all the muscles in the neck release. And the same with the shoulders, opening up the shoulder joints. And then softening down through the arms, opening the elbows. Softening the wrists. Emptying the palms of the hands. And then just all the bones floating upright, let the muscles expand, release, and then sink. Softening the body, allowing your breathing to slow and drop into the belly. So your breath, your breathing is being dictated by the belly opening up and the belly closing down. So you're softening down through the whole of the body cavity, opening up the internal spaces. Begin, so breathing in, the hands come up the center line. Turn over and come up over the head. And we breathe out, the hands float down, sinking into the hips, sitting down. And come up, breathing in. And breathe out. So the speed of this movement is dictated by the length of your own breath. You're looking for the pattern that works for you. And then softening down through the body. Let go. One more. Breathing in, the hands come up to the chest. Breathing out, turn the palms. Let the hands sink down by the side and again come to rest. Softening the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips. Tailbone drops under, shoulders resting comfortably over the hips, chin gently tucked under to create the opening of the neck, and all the bones floating upright. The muscles expand, release, and sink. Breathing in, bring the hands up to the chest. Breathe out, left hand turns up, right hand pushes down. Breathe in, the hands return to the chest. Breathe out, swap over. In. Breathe out, swap over again, sinking down into the thighs. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, swap over, sink. Breathing in, hands come up to the centre. Breathing out, palms to the floor, push down. Come up. Allow yourself to come to rest. Again, checking your alignment, softening the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips, tailbone drops, shoulders resting comfortably over the hips, elongating the spine, chin pulled in very gently, opening the neck, bones floating in space, muscles release and sink. Sitting back into the pelvis and against the spine. Let your mind sink into the body. So you're trying to sink to your center, which is about 3 fingers width below your tummy button and back inside the middle of the chest, the abdominal cavity, generally when you're standing upright. Sitting back into the stance and just start turning the waist. Softening down through the legs, allowing the shoulders to move because the waist is moving. Paying attention to how the hips can rotate down through the knee, and then just get the knee so it's comfortable, it's moving its normal plane of motion, no twisting. So get the hip joint just to chill out completely, and you can speed up a bit, let your breathing fall into a nice natural pattern, and just release the arms totally so they start to flop around as though they're a piece of rope and the hands are a weight on the end of it. So you need to really release the arms to do that, so softening the shoulder joints, letting them expand, release, softening the muscles of the upper arms, opening the elbows, softening the forearms, opening the wrists and emptying the palms so the hands become heavy. And then turning from the waist, it's the waist turning that's moving the arms, sitting back against the spine, so you're rotating around your spine. And the legs are just soft, acting as pistons. Mind sink down into the body. Just get the arms swinging out to the side. So again, the momentum is generated from the waist. Sitting back against the spine, rotating around the spine, let the arms swing like a piece of rope and the hands are away on the end. Softening the shoulders, loosening the muscles either side of the spine. change. Just come to rest, softening down through the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips. Tailbone drops, spine elongates, chest hollows, shoulders resting over the hips, chin pulled, tucked in very gently to open up the neck. So the bones floating in space and all the muscles need to release. Your energy sinks. Get that feeling of sinking through the body. Breathing in, palms to the floor, bring the hands forward. Dropping the fingertips, raising the arms to shoulder height. And on the out breath, the elbows drop, the wrists drop, and the hands float down as they are pushing through water. So breathing in. And as you breathe out, sinking down into the thighs. Watch the knees, you're not pushing the knees too far. Come up as you breathe in. And breathe out, sitting back against the spine, into the pelvis. One more. Hands to the right. Circling up, leading with the fingertips, right hand in front of the face, the left hand continues to circle down, and then both palms falling to the floor, holding a ball in centre. So again, softening the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips, tailbone drops, pelvis levels, shoulders resting comfortably over the hips, chin tucked in. Take a few breaths, softening the shoulders down through the arms. And then on the out breath, turn your waist to the right. And on the in breath, swap the hands, square the hips. And the out breath, turn the waist to the left. Breathing in, square the hips. So as you're doing this, make sure you're turning the waist to move the arms. Rotating around the spine, sitting back against the spine. So you're not leaning forward or back, side to side. Allow the tailbone to drop under, softening the legs. One more. And then let the lower hands circle up. So both hands at chest height. And on the out breath, just let the hands come to rest down by the sides. Closing the hands over the belly, left hand under right for men, right hand under left for ladies. Softening down through the legs, sitting down. Tailbone drops, chin tucked under. Breathing into the belly. Let the mind sink down. And then bring the hands up, wiggling the fingers at the ends of the arms. Softening the shoulders, sinking the elbows. Again, sitting back against the spine into the pelvis. Bring the hands down, circling the hands at the ends of the arms. Change. Breathing in, come up onto the toes. Breathe out, just let yourself drop. Breathing in and out. Keep going. One more. And relax. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed that session. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or would like to leave any feedback, please do so in the comments below. And if you could give us a thumbs up and a share and tag anybody in this that might want to do this but doesn't know they want to do it, or if they do know they want to do it, just tag them anyway. Let's see if we can spread this far and wide. I'll be back at 9:30 for week 4, day 16 of our Chi Gung Sung challenge. So that's for all the white, red and black dragons out there. And again, there's white dragon Tai Chi at 11. There is the Sung set again at 2 o'clock. And then I have a black dragons Tai Chi class tonight. And I'll be back with this class tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a really good day, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.